cold outside in the northeast. There's a little sprinkling of icing sugar snow, so it's time for me to do this. No, don't worry, we're not going all out Christmas, but you got to prep, you got to get these things in your mind. Advent calendars. Will the kids actually get an advent calendar this year from me? It's very expensive. 3 kids, 3 partners. It's expensive. Advent calendars are big business these days. Not just chocolate behind the doors anymore either. Lego ones, cheese ones, lipsticks ones, jewellery ones. And if you're looking for something completely different, now there's an option to actually open doors instead of cardboard ones right here in Newcastle. So this is part of an alternative Advent calendar event here in the city, and you have a choice of 24 unique, historic and unusual venues to visit in Newcastle this December. What a brilliant idea. And I guess unlike chocolate calendars, Ben Whitfield from NE1, there's no calories in these, are there?
Depending on what you do on your way in and out of the venues. I can't promise no calories.
It does, doesn't it?
Sweet treats on offer.
So explain what the concept is then, Ben.
After you've done it so beautifully. It's as you said, it's 24 doors across the city centre of Newcastle, with a different door opening for members of the public every day in the lead up to Christmas. And I suppose it's about looking at something different. Obviously, we're all familiar with shops and Christmas parties and hot chocolates and things leading into Christmas, but not as much about cultural venues and historic premises. So it's really trying to get them involved in the celebrations and a little Christmas treat for people to see behind the doors of places they either didn't know existed or they didn't know they could get into, or maybe don't open their doors regularly. There's representation from all of those within the event.
I love this. This is fascinating because there's so many beautiful buildings. All across the whole of the northeast. I was in like a Peel Tower that was from the year 1300 yesterday, and I honestly felt like around me the history and the stories and all of that in Corbridge. But I know that all across the northeast, whether you're in Sunderland, Newcastle, wherever you are, there's some amazing buildings, aren't there? So these are places that people won't have been to before then, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you say, we're surrounded by history from all sorts of different eras. But yeah, what we try and do is a little bit of a mix, something for everybody. So there are really famous buildings involved in it, but still some people haven't been in them. I was talking to a student here who was in her 4th year on Saturday. She's never been to the castle.
I've never been.
Its name. Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's insane, isn't it? I've lived up here for 26 years and I've never been to Newcastle Castle. Never. It's mad, isn't it?
We'll have to fix that. December the 4th. They're involved. So yeah, Newcastle Castle are in, but then there's also things like the Lit and Fill, hidden behind a relatively normal looking door, and then it opens out into this phenomenal library that people just can't imagine is in the city.
Yeah, what a fantastic idea. So if people want to get involved, because it's going to get quite popular, how do they do it? How do they get involved?
So you need to visit newcastleschristmas.com, and then across the top menu you'll see 24 Doors of Christmas, and you'll be able to see there all of the venues that are taking part, as well as then move through to book the free tickets. So everything's free to attend. Sometimes may not suit people who work your 9 to 5s, but there's something on every day, so hopefully there'll be plenty for everybody.
What a fantastic idea. And I know that obviously the city centre, it does feel like it is in full festive swing. Definitely now, there feels like there's kind of a bit of a festive air to it. Did it go all right, the Christmas market and village opening this weekend?
Yeah, really, really good. Really, really good. We were just delighted with it. Very, very fortunate with the weather. Lovely, crisp winter's weekend. Very sunny, but honestly, the feedback has been phenomenal. We're really proud of everything that we've done, and it's made the sort of fortnightly meetings since January worthwhile.
Is that when you start planning? But in January, I guess you have to, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. The discussions for the new festive village began in April, but we've been talking to Newcastle City Council, who we work with on the project, since January. Yeah, we all get together in January and have a look at how this year went, and then move on to the next year, and that's it's an all year round thing. But then when you see it, and you've been talking about it for so long, and it comes to life in front of you. Really exciting week last week, and made all the better by people saying very kind things about it. So if you haven't been, please do come in. We think it's a big step forward for the city safer in recent years. So we hope people agree with us.
Fantastic. Ben, thank you so much for coming on. And once again, if people want to know, find out more, where can they go to find out what's on offer this Christmas?
It's newcastleschristmas.com, Newcastle's. And if you'll forgive another small plug, we also list everything else that's happening in the city around Christmas on that website. So it's your one-stop shop for festive afternoon teas or meeting Santa or Christmas shops or ice rinks or anything else you want to do in the city. Newcastleschristmas.com. It's all on there.
Superb. Ben, thank you very much. I'm sure we'll chat again soon. Have a great day and thanks for coming on the show.